Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So UCLA's offense will get the first crack at it here. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
Still looking on the move. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Floats it out in space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. He'll just keep slinging it. Finds his tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drop. Lots of poise, good emotion, They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run. I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass. Now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And he breaks. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go right back to it, and they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Looking to throw on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Wants to throw on second down. That's reeled in. It's Whitaker. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Fakes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's second and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. A third and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On third down, going up top. Get it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it, looking to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UCLA.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Racing to the right. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. Quarterback keeps it. Tackle is made after the 1st down. After picking up a couple of 1st downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. He makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. 4 wide receivers on second and short, guys. The whole playbook at their disposal. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. And the Bruins get enough to move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's gonna pass. Fires left. Got him downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's back to throw on second down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It is good. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Hawkeyes pick up the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Looking to move it through the air. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
At midfield, he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They ran it on first down now on second. They'll run it from the gun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He's looking for a man on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Whitaker. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whitaker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Whitaker. Running with power. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He'll pull it on the read. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Fair catch called for and made. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
That's caught. It's Daniels. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few... an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Moore.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The ball is on the 18. They need 4 on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On first down from their own 22. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's got room. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Going up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
On second down, looking again to throw. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Quarterback will keep it. Got the first down and more. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together. Down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. The give to the big fullback. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
After the stumble earlier this year,